amazing.
I just assumed, you know, I'm stereotyping you because like your background. I mean, I've seen you play piano tons, but I just assumed that you started off with Indian classical music and then went to fusion. So it was the other.
It was the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So what was your? Tell us a bit more then about your musical background before Berklee.
Sure. So my family was living in Singapore, and I got hooked to this show, and I didn't know who it was. It was Luciano Pavarotti, turns out, with a pianist. And I just got mesmerized, and I would do air piano, table piano all day. And my parents are not musicians, but they observed that penchant for, you know, whatever this mysterious instrument was, and enrolled me in piano lessons, and that's where it began. And then in Singapore, so I also picked up the trumpet and the recorder besides playing piano, and I used to sing at home, sing in church. When I came back to India as a teenager, that's where someone discovered me. My music teacher at school, Sir Samuel, discovered that, oh, you can sing, like sing. And then from there, jazz, a cappella, creating my own performing arts collective, and also being a professional, you know, voiceover and recording and performing artist. That's where the Berklee idea came in. Could I go to Berklee for a semester or two and just get some experience, some exposure, and then the rest is history. Before I, you know, graduated, I got this faculty position, and through the faculty position, my first blank canvas gift from Berklee was, if you could create anything that would expand us as an institution and expand our offerings, but also our community, what would you do? And it was clear there was no performing ensemble that explored Indian music in all its forms. And yeah, 11 years later, here we are.
Was the intention from the beginning for it to be as much fusion as it is, as much like, you know, it's the Indian ensemble, but the music is just wonderfully taking in from all traditions.
Right, right. I think the intention was first and foremost to create a space that was porous artistically, and that would allow for a confluence of cultural flavors to play together. If you can design a playground that is safe for musicians from many parts of the world, and you still have a thread, a common thread, and the common thread is Indian music in all its forms. So what's going to happen when you have a safe space and you get along with each other, you spend time outside of music making to just get to know each other, and food is a big part of that. What happens when people feel like they are seen and heard, and that what they have to say is important? I think beauty happens, and surprises happen, and yeah, delicious, scrumptious, you know, artistic things come together.
So the ensemble has been together more than 10 years now. Mm-hmm. Tell us about how it's changed. I have to imagine with the permeability that you're talking about, there's probably been some evolution over the last 10 years.
Absolutely. We've had 450 musicians be part of this family from 54 countries, I think is the current count. And I think what is different about the Berklee Indian Ensemble is that very quickly, within the first 2 or 3 semesters, the students understood that this was not something that they joined for a grade. This was a community. This was a family. People reached out and said, you know, when I first heard this arrangement, I knew I had to be in this class. I had to be in this group. And so what's been really wonderful is that ever since we started creating videos, we realized that there was such a huge global loyal fan base for this music, which we didn't know existed. And we are currently at 280 million views. And that's, you know, I mean, it's dumbfounded. You know? This is the debut album of the Berklee Indian Ensemble. It's called Shuruaat, which is Hindi for beginning. It is a commemorative album, so it commemorates our first 10 years as an ensemble, as a family, and it has 10 tracks for the 10 years. The single we released is called Sundari Penne. It's in Tamil, which is a South Indian language, and we featured Shreya Ghoshal, who is arguably India's most prolific and beloved female Bollywood singer of all time. She is just an incredible artist with an unbelievable instrument, but also someone who's really open to experimentation. And she came in 2017 and just did this amazing residency with us, and was game to join us in us experimenting and really deconstructing her songs. And so the song Sundari Penne is a progressive rock meets semi-classical, semi-Indian classical music.
It's been so awesome talking with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arun. My pleasure, and thank you for making time for us.